Hello everyone, welcome back to Tutorial Thursday, and today's tutorial is an Easter mani. And this cute little Easter mani is, we've got a basket of Easter eggs and a little cat with bunny ears and nice little lovely flowers and some nice pastels and glitters and shimmers. So obviously you see, I'm not doing my hands right this moment, and I apologize if I don't sound too great right now. I probably don't. That lovely sinus infection that I have been battling forever and a half. I'm on my second round of antibiotics for it, guys. Straight up. I am over all of this nonsense. But apparently everybody has been dealing with the same nonsense in this area. So it has been a rough one. And apparently it's not just me and being diabetic, everybody's been struggling with it, so it makes me feel at least a little bit better that it's not just me, though generally it is. So yeah, no, this is the lovely mani we're going to do today, and it all takes one plate, but there is lots and lots of polishes in this list, so bear with me here. Okay, we're going to start off with the plate that I used. Now I have like 3 Easter plates total, but only one Maniology one. And this one is a Maniology one. It's M287, and I know it's still available on the site. And we used quite a few of the images from this. And I used, let's see if I find the base colors here, the Salon Perfect Reflective Glitter Make It Flashy. It's a beautiful blue reflective glitter polish. And Salon Perfect's Dippin' Dots collection, and the name is Berry Freeze. So you can see that. And I used Seche Vite's Quick Dry Top Coat. I used Maniology Sticky Base and Maniology's Smudge Free. Okay, so for the reverse stamping section, I used regular polishes, Kiss, and this one does not have a name. Do any of these have a name? No. I used a pink from Kiss Gel Shine, a green from Kiss Gel Shine, and a gray from Kiss Gel Shine. Now all 3 of these came from Dollar Tree. I used Maybelline Fast Gel, and the name of it is Dainty Yellow. I also got that at Dollar Tree. You can find some really good stuff at Dollar Tree. Okay, these also came from Dollar Tree, and these are both LA colors, and they were part of the new Easter collections that they've got out, and I don't think either one of these have names. No. It's a very pastel-y purple and a nice white. Oddly enough, this one is actually more pigmented than their regular LA Colors white, so definitely one I would recommend. I also used Minimalistic from Essie. It's a nice pastel-y pink. And does this LA Colors one have a name? It's called Upbeat. It's from their Color Last collection. It's a nice yellow. All right, now on to the stamping polishes used. Okay, so I used Bam White and Straight Up Black from Maniology, which Straight Up Black is B171, Bam White is B170. And that's right, that's where I stamped the Bam White. It's like, why did I have Bam White when I have the other one? Sorry, I had an interlude in between when I did the original first set. And then I had to stop, go get my kids from school and take them to the dentist, and then come back for recording. So I got to refresh my brain here a little bit. So I used Flourish B467, Zinnia B422. Now these are all Maniology polishes. I used Limelight B218, Lilypad B191, Blossom B466. This is Acorn, and I don't remember the number, but this is Acorn. And this is Cocoa B351. I don't know what happened to my sticker for Acorn. It's somewhere in my drawer. I gotta find it. Because it did have a sticker, and I know it had a sticker the last time I used it, but my sticker disappeared. So I gotta find it. And if I can't, oh well, at least I know which one it is and I have it swatched. Okay, so you're gonna want to have a cleanup brush and a detail brush. Just standard staple stuff. Your acetone, sticky stamping station, stampers, and all of that. So over the Keep It Flashy, my acetone ready here, we're going to pick up this image right here in this corner. And it's a nice, lovely, like spring floral image. And we're going to take straight up black for the outline. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the other two stampers so I can do them all at once to make this go a little easier. Okay. So obviously you don't have to have 3, but if you have 3 stampers and you want to speed up the process, you can pick up all 3 at once and fill them all in at once. Otherwise, you can do it the long way, one at a time if you only have 1. Okay, so pick up your images, make sure you clean up around the edges so that way it doesn't transfer to the nail. I'm going to do this 3 times, guys. And then we're going to go fill in our images. Got a lot of them to fill too, so. It's a nice, lovely pickup. I know, I am sniffling a lot, guys. I am so sorry that you guys had to hear me over here just kind of sniffling and struggling. I thought I had it gone. I did, and all of a sudden it just started coming back, and the pressure was coming back instead of just a little bit of sniffles here and there from the weather like I thought. It just... At least I didn't let it get into my teeth again. I went immediately and got another round of antibiotics and said, hey, you know, we need to kick this before it gets really bad. Okay. It's not as good of a pickup as I would have liked. Let's do that again. Okay, hopefully that doesn't give me issues. Okay, that ain't too shabby. Just put that on the pinky nail, probably. It'll be okay. Ooh. That's not what I was expecting. It was a hair up in the stamped image and almost yanked the image right off the stamper. That would not have been... Yep, it did. Tried to get the hair off and it took the image. Cat hairs. That was a very long cat hair, and I bet you it was Leia's. Because it was white, so it wasn't Topaz. He's all orange. It was not Topaz, but and I don't think it was Peach, because Peach doesn't get up in my space like Leia does. Leia's always up in my nail space. if I had to guess, I would say that was her. She did that one. That was all her. I can't count how many stamping polishes have hair in it from the cat. It's frustrating. I love her dearly. She's my fluffy little princess, but she has been quite the challenge. Now that's much better. Is there any hairs in there or cotton in there? No. Perfect. Perfect. That's what we're looking for, guys. That's what we're looking for. Okay. My finger pack. Okay, so we have 3 nice, lovely stamped floral images. Let's clean this plate. Okay. Set it off to the side. Peach, not on the rug, please. Not on the rug. Get off the rug. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're gonna puke, you do it on the hard floor surface, not the rug, please. Sorry, my cat's had a hairball by the looks of it. And he always aims for bedding, carpet, rugs. Thankfully, we don't have carpet in the house anymore, but he would always go straight for those soft, plushy surfaces that are not easy to clean. So, alright, so these off to the side over here, so it's easier to reach those. Okay, Topaz, seriously? Topaz, stop it. Stop, please. Stop it. Yes, your brother had a hairball. Stop trying to bury it. Here, it's cleaned up. That better? Good grief. I had to make sure he was done first. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're going to go in with the Upbeat from LA Colors Color Last, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill in the centers of like the daisies and things like that with it. Let's see, zoom. Go ahead and zoom in. And try to do it as thinly as you can. I know these LA colors are kind of hard to do that with, but if you want it to have better opacity and brighter color, you can put white behind it after you put the yellow down, because it will dull out a little bit once it's down on the nail, on that darker, pretty sparkly blue. And then we're going to go in on this lovely flower here. I don't remember the name. I think it's called Buttercup. And then we're going to do all those outer petals on it. double check, make sure I filled in all the centers that I need to fill. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. And then we're going to start on the next one. Go ahead and fill in like so. That one's finished. And now we're going to go in on our last one. Now your brush can get clumped up pretty easily, so occasionally going in and cleaning it up of all the polish will help ensure that you are in the lines that you want to be in while adding this. Because of course residual polish, as it dries onto the brush, it builds up, causes a buildup, so you occasionally have to clean off the buildup. So that's all of the yellow spots with this particular yellow. And as long as I don't mess up these stampers before they go on the nail, then I'm done with that color. So now we're going to go in with the one from Maybelline that's yellow, the Dainty Yellow, and we're going to finish filling in the Buttercup. Set it aside. Go ahead and finish filling in this one, this Buttercup. Now this particular yellow definitely has better opacity than the LA Color ones, but I mean it's better quality brand, so it is generally more expensive than what I paid for it. But hey, Dollar Tree is getting some better brands lately. I got a really good Sally Hansen haul from a Dollar Tree a town over from me last week. That's what it was. I got a lot. A lot. There were so many, and some were discontinued. I was so excited because I got one from the Friends collection, the sitcom Friends. Straight up. I was so happy. I got so lucky. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go in with our white from LA Colors, now that we've filled in all the yellow spots. And we're going to color in our daisies with the white. And I think I've I'll just go ahead and do it this way and zoom in so I can see it a little better this way. There's not quite so much glare, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it's as good as it's gonna get. That's as good as it's gonna get, guys. I'm sorry. I tried. And just hold it this way, I guess. And we're just gonna go ahead and fill in our daisies. Okay. Trying to get a good angle here for you guys. Not particularly easy with the way my lighting is. Did I make a mess this time? Oh my goodness, I didn't make a mess. I'm very klutzy right now because I am so heavily medicated. So, because I'm diabetic and it is my second round of antibiotics to try to get rid of this, they added steroids and all sorts of stuff to try to kick this. And so, like, I'm kind of shaky, not horrendously so, but kind of shaky, and just struggling with basic motor function, I guess you'd say. Just basic motor function. It'll be okay. Okay, so filled that one in. We're gonna go in next one. Now, I know I originally said I would do more Easter manis than what I ended up with, and I'm sorry about that, guys. Things have been rough with health issues, and you know, this is also my birthday month, and we had St. Patrick's Day at the same time as Easter, pretty much. And two popular holidays like that back to back. It's just, along with having the Mani Me box, doing a mani for that, which, you know, there's so many different ones, and it's been, it's just so much. There just hasn't been enough time to do everything, and I had to stop and think about it. It's like, you know, there really just isn't enough time for me to do all of what I wanted to do. And who knows, maybe next year. It is so much. Okay, next one. Next one in the lineup. Try to get a little less glare, maybe. No, it's just gonna have glare on that spot of the stamper. Okay, the glare's not in the spots that I'm actually filling in now, so it should be a little bit better now. I do not sound good. I can tell I don't sound good. These freaking sinus infections, whatever the heck has gone around to cause this bad of one with majority of my area. I'm not digging it. I mean, I guess it could be worse. Knock on wood. April of last year, we had rotavirus go around my area, and it hit our household bad. In fact, my youngest had to be hospitalized because it had literally shut his entire digestive system down. And the cat hair, cool. So yeah, we had emergency room trip and a couple days and stay in the hospital, and of course the whole situation traumatized him, and so we had a lot of struggles even after he was better, like being near hospitals, going to a hospital or anything to that effect. He was nervous of nurses, and he was afraid he was going to get stuck with a needle again and have medicines injected into an IV. He was afraid of getting all of that again. He was terrified. It was pretty traumatizing for him, and you know, he has the sickest he's ever been in his life, and he struggled with it, and it was a really bad time. And it wasn't too long after that I had my own extra traumatic experience. It was the day before Mother's Day. I was trying to help my husband get the pool cleaned out and opened up for the season, and when I was arguing with the filter to get the lid back on it after cleaning it out, my hand slipped and my nail caught on the lid itself and was ripped completely off. All the way up into the root. Ripped completely out. So that was a very traumatizing experience. And it was ugly. It was really ugly, guys. So alright, so the next color, now that we've done filled in all of our whites, is going to be this lovely pastel purple. And we're going to fill in all these lovely little, there's a 6 petal, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 petal flowers, okay. The bigger flowers, not the little ones. That's going to be the nice pastel purple. Not very many of them. I think it's just the 2. Yeah, it's just the 2. And just fill that in. It was funny because when I started working on this, I started working on the design last night, but I set it down because it was getting late. We were ready for bed. And I showed him what I had done, and all I had done was the flowers over the nice, pretty sparkly blue, and he goes, well, right now it just looks like a spring mani. It's like, well, yes, I understand that, but for what I have, what do you think? He's like, well, it's pretty, but you're missing this. I was like, I will get to that. That's what the other 2 nails are going to have, is the more Easter-like elements and less spring mani elements. It's like, we will get to that. And then once I explained what I was going to put on it, he was like, okay, that makes more sense. He's like, no, we're going to have a basket of Easter eggs. We're going to have the kitty with the bunny ears and Easter sayings and those other colors that you feel like it's missing. It's like, yes, just because I never really celebrated Easter all that much as a kid doesn't mean I don't understand the color scheme. Okay, so. But I mean, I saw what he was coming from. It's just he didn't get the whole picture because I hadn't completed it yet. And then I went in this morning after dropping the kids off at school and completed the design that I had come up with. And it took some time and some thought to figure out what colors I wanted to work with, how I wanted to do it and everything. To try to get a picture in my head of what I wanted to do, because there was no like inspiration picture to help create this. I basically just sat here and stared at my collection of colors and the stamping plate I wanted to use until I'd come up with an idea, which is not easy, but half of my manis, I'd like to say, are kind of created that way. Like I kind of sit there and I just stare at them, and I think of different ways that I can use certain images and what would look best with it, and I just kind of look at my collection of colors and go from there and just kind of fiddle with them. That's why I love having my swatch sticks just kind of on a ring right above my desk as well, and I have all of my regular polishes. Now, I guess I don't use my gel much. I have all of my regular polishes just around my desk, on the walls and on on stands and stuff like that to help give me visual of what I have to look through easily to determine what I want to use for what. So I wish I had a bigger space than what I do, but this will work. I feel like my husband was trying to talk us out of us having a computer room because we put the kids in the same bedroom to free up space in our house and make it feel more comfortable. And our youngest is autistic and wasn't really ready to be in a bedroom of his own by himself once he moved out of his crib. And so moving both the boys into the same room just made sense. But now he's kind of like, I wish I would have just gave it to you for a nail room / arts and craft hobby room. I was like, no, I'm the one that suggested putting the computers in there. I'm the one that suggested putting the boys in the same room. I'm the one that suggested this because that's what I was willing to do for it. Because it's also a family space. It's another family space. Our son's computer's in there, and when the youngest is old enough, his will be in there, and we will have it as a family space, not my personal nail space. That makes no sense whatsoever to do that. I would not do that to my children. I would not just take it for just myself. I would make it a family space. I could justify a family space. I can't justify it being just a room for me. Okay, so now we're going to take this nice, lovely, darker pastel-y pink from Kiss, and we're going to fill in these flowers right here with it. I think the reason my husband got to that conclusion was because of the couple times he has come home and walked in through the side door to the room. That's like our main entrance to the room where I have all my nail stuff, and while I was recording, and he feels bad every time he does that. And I think that's why he had come to the conclusion of that's what we should have done, and I don't agree. I don't think that's what I should have done. Because I didn't even have a YouTube channel back then when we created the space. We did create the space in a way that was in mind of me potentially recording. Because we had already discussed that as a possibility later on down the road. But we hadn't come to the conclusion yet that I was going to actually do it. We were just discussing the possibility of it happening. And, you know, he he supported my decision to not start it up when we first started talking about it as a possibility and throwing the idea around. And, you know, he understood that at that particular time, I really couldn't. There was just too much going on health-wise with myself, the kids. Our oldest had a lot of specialists, and I think at one point in time we had upwards of 5 to 7 specialists at one time trying to figure out what was wrong with him and why he was sick all the time. And he is almost completely deaf in one ear, which turned out to be a developmental thing that happened in utero that we did not know about. So there was a lot going on. All right, moving on to the next one. So with all of that going on, it was a lot of me driving, a lot of extra, a lot of medical appointments, just all the time. And with the young, I mentioned before, the youngest is autistic, so I also have therapy that I had to take him to, and it was just so much all the time. And like the closest specialists were almost an hour, they're like 45 minutes away, as long as traffic's willing. And half of his specialists were an hour away. And he was constantly having to stay home from school from getting chronic strep, chronic ear infections, abdominal migraines. He had so many health issues. Knock on wood, we seem to have gotten it straightened out. He hasn't had a single sick day this year. Not one. And I am so happy that he is healthy and no longer struggling. And it was a lot. I mean, it was a lot for us. I was very stressed at that point. To say the least, I was very stressed, and I just did not have the time to take care of the kids, the house, all those medical appointments and everything else, and try to record. I wasn't even doing manis at the level that I'm doing now. Even I was lucky if I could keep up every 2 to 3 weeks, just a refresher. I did not have the ability to do that. I just didn't. Let alone try to design stuff to record. It just was too much. But here we are. We have officially broke the 200 subscriber line. Less than a year in. And I've had plenty of you say that my content has helped you in some way or another, and I am so happy that it has, because that was the whole reason for creating the channel. Well, uploading. I've technically had the channel for a lot longer to watch other people's YouTube videos, but that's why I started doing videos, was to help people and share what knowledge I have accumulated over the last 8 years, 9 years, long time. I've lost count at this point. Time flies so fast. These last few months have gone by so quick, guys. Like, I'm struggling with the fact that it's already March and it feels like it was still November. Like, it's been a wild ride. Okay, so we're through with that pink. And we will go in with this nice, lovely Essie, and we are going to fill in all of the tiny little cherry blossom-like flowers with it. And there are quite a few of them, guys. So we're going to go in and we're just going to fill in all of those little bitty cherry blossom looking flowers. So dang many. Okay, that's the one that I was missing last night. Every time. I had to go back in and fill each one of those. It's like, I know there's one more that I am most likely missing. Okay. You wanted to be out here with Mama, buddy? You still playing Mario Kart? Hmm? And Mama can't look right this second, buddy. Okay. Did I get them all? There's so many of them. Okay. I like these colored stampers, like these like limited edition ones and stuff like that, but at the same time I don't, because like they are harder to see through during the fill-in process when you're reverse stamping, because it like makes the stamper head look darker. In this one, like it looks a lot darker than the clear one. Look how much darker that looks. It's like the light reflects that color onto it, making it seem darker, even though it's completely clear. They're cute, but they can be frustrating to use at the angle I'm using them. Kind of makes me wish that it was just the lid that was colored, but then it wouldn't look the same and it wouldn't be as cute. And having the whole shell matching it. Okay, so there's all of the flowers. Now we are on to the leaves, which is where I use the Green from the Kiss brand, and I just fill in all of the leaves with it. That's too much. Okay. Ooh, too much on the brush. There we go. So that's how Kyle. Okay. And on to the next one. I do happen to really like this shade of green. It's a rather nice shade of green. And then the last one. Okay. Sorry guys, I gotta like hyper focus for a moment here. These are really tiny. And with me being a little bit shaky, I'm trying not to screw it up. With my shaky hands. Okay, that needs to be cleaned again. It's getting too gloopy. Let's try this again. We're too gloopy. Did I get them all? I think I did. Maybe. Maybe? Okay. Yes. So, we have our 3 filled in designs. Let me back this up so you see the process. And I'm going to go ahead and flip these. Let's do it one at a time. I can see this ending badly. So this is what it looks like, guys. It's real pretty. I'll zoom in for a moment so you can get a better look. And they all should look like that. And here's for the really fun spot here. The thumb. So for my thumbnail anyways, because these are sized to my fingers, my thumb is just a smidgen too big for this image. But thankfully this image is designed in a way that it's not super noticeable that it doesn't fit all the way around the width or the length of this particular tip. It would fit the length of my nails that I'm currently I currently have my nails at because they are my natural nails with a reinforcement layer, but it would not fit the width. My thumbnails are just a smidgen too wide. What a problem to have, right? So I'm going to take the one that picked up with the biggest width, and it looks like it's this one that didn't get kind of scrunched in the process of picking it up. And we're going to wait till this gets a little tacky. And I apologize if you guys can hear my son in the background. He's on his beanbag chair just enjoying his Mario Kart. And, oh god, this polish, guys. Look at this polish. Look how stunning that is. It's so beautiful by itself. I had a hard time stamping over this, guys. It's so freaking pretty. But I do like the end result too, so I guess that's that, right? Okay, so is this tacky enough yet? Yes. I'm gonna try to line this up, center it the best that I can, and then press down and apparently shove my stamper straight in. Damage the head this time. Yep, a little bit. Okay, so I centered it better this time, so it doesn't have quite as big of a gap on this side as it does. But it does have a little bit of a gap on both sides. That's the hardest part, is centering it in a way that you're not going to get like this major gap. That's what I oopsed on last night. I did better this time around. You see there's a small gap, but on each side this ain't too bad. It's not noticeable. And we're going to go in with our smudge free. The next one. Amazing how much the top coat really brings it all together, guys. Like, that top coat makes such a difference. So with this polish here, it took 3 coats to get this level of opacity, but it didn't really dry super thick. It dries real thin and dries real gritty. So you want to make sure that you put enough top coat. I think I had to put 2 layers of Seche Vite over top. Now, if you have a thicker glitter topper, I would recommend using that. I do not personally own a glitter topper, and so the best ones I found is Sally Hansen for quick dry top coats that fill in those glitter ridges well. Is Seche Vite does well if you do 2 coats. It's relatively thick, but not as thick as Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. It's a red bottle, and that stuff is super thick, and it's great because it really fills in the glitter ridges and smooths the nail out significantly. So that's a good substitute. It's not technically a glitter topper, but it works well for that purpose. Just as a heads up, guys. So we're gonna go in with our sticky stamping, our sticky base, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick the sticky base on the last tip with this color. Ooh, that feels wonderful against my finger and the injury. I can feel that nice and clearly. And you don't need to go real thick with the sticky base. Just a real thin coat's all you need, and it will tack up nice and quick. Just make sure you cover the whole thing. And go in with our nice lovely floral image. And try to center it the best we can. And stamp down. Clean up around your edges, in this case because I'm on tips instead of my actual nails. Clean up the sides of the tip. Now, I will say, out of all the things that me and my husband had discussed of things for me to do nail related, this was the most logical one. He, once upon a time, had suggested that I make press-ons and sell on Etsy. And I'm like, no, do you have any idea what that's going to entail? It's like that, there's no way I have that kind of time. That's even worse than trying to plan videos. That's even more time consuming. I was like, no, we're not doing that. I instantly shot him down on that one. I was like, no, we're not doing that. Maybe later on down the road when our children don't need as much from us. But currently, no, that makes no sense whatsoever. It's too funny. Okay, so we're gonna do last one and try to get that buttercup because I really like, and yellow is not even my color, but I do like that buttercup. Try to at least get part of it on there. Okay. I'll go in and I'll show you how they all look in just a second. I forgot to do close-ups after every single one, like I would normally. My brain is not at full capacity, and it has not been for like the last 6 weeks because, well, illness. So that's what it looks like. We'll top coat it, and then I'll show you all three of them in just a second on the stand. And then we'll get on to the more Eastery images and less spring images, the last two. I'd missed a spot. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is what they look like now that we've stamped and top coated. And this could easily be turned into a spring mani and do something different with these two. Like maybe a scenic with the grass at the bottom and some flowers poking up and butterflies or something like that. And this could very easily be translated into a spring mani instead of an Easter mani. So that is an idea as well. Okay, so we're going to go in and we're going to do the kitty. Because I like kitties. I like kitties, guys, I do. I love all animals, but I really like kitties. Okay, so where's my plate? There it is. Okay, so for the cat, we're going to go in with straight up black for the outline. I believe this is the last time I do straight up black too. So on this, no, because on the writing I use straight up black. I used on the writing too. Correct myself there. Okay. So I'm going to go in and we're going to pick up the little kitty. He's so cute. We don't want the teacup though. We just want the kitty. We just want that cute little kitty. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and fill it in with the white from LA Colors and that gray from Kiss. Need my cotton ball back. Ah! No! Fly away, cotton. Okay. Clean the plate again. Alright. Set that aside for just a sec. We're going to go ahead and go and zoom in. And this lovely gray from Kiss is what we're filling the cat in with, and the LA Colors white. So I'm going to start with the white on the bunny ears. And then we're going to go fill the rest of it in with gray. I guess he wanted his other beanbag chair. Because I can hear him in the beanbag chair in the computer room. Now you want to kind of float the polish. You do not want to actually like press down to the stamper all the way through it. You just kind of want to float it. And be very careful even when floating it, because you could potentially cause the stamping polish to get too wet and smear and smudge on the underside, and you won't know until you flip it over to look at it. So just be very careful when you're floating that polish. And do not press all the way down, just float it. So when you're done, your little kitty will look get the camera to focus, will look like this. Okay. So back this up. And we're going to go ahead and grab our stamping plate. So we're going to go ahead and go in with Lily Pad, which is B191, and we're going to go in with this image right here. Grab my stamper. Oh boy, it's been a day. Scrape. Of course it scrapes beautifully now on camera. I'm not going to complain. At least it did it on camera. It was giving me issues earlier. And we're going to go kind of, not quite midway up the nail, but close, and stamp down. There we go. The other side, whoops. I guess I can finish placing it there. I ain't gonna hurt anything. We're gonna be stamping over that anyways. There, no polish wasted. And I won't have any strange gaps that way. Okay. So, now, this is where things are going to get kind of interesting. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the Easter greetings, this one right here, up at the top first. I did it last time, but I think I'm going to do it first this time. I did it last time because I was still in the decision process of what I wanted to put on there, and I was still undecided, and I wanted to see how it looked before adding the extra stuff with just the cat, and whether or not I wanted writing or if I wanted flowers or so on and so forth. So above the grass, centered, we're going to put Easter greetings stamped on like so. Okay, so now that our little kitty cat is solidified some, we're going to center it just under the Easter greetings. Press down. Now for the fun. Now we're going to be layering over top of the edge of the cat. So we're going to take, Limelight B218, and we're going to go in with this grass image right here. This one. Now I'm going to clean off this little tuft right here because we don't want that. And all those little tidbits up top. I don't want those either. And then I'm going to layer the grass ever so slightly over the paws on the non-tall grass part. Like so. Then we're going to take the taller grass parts off to the side of the cat. And a little bit over the edge of the cat. And then we're going to take the excess to the bottom of the tip. Like so. And it'll look like this. Now we're going to go in with Lily Pad on that same little tuft that we cleared off before. Just just this little tufty. Pick that up. Clean up the stuff around that we do not want. And we'll put it in front of the kitty. Just ever so slightly over its paws. Like so. Now, we're going to go ahead and take our smudge free. I don't mind the way it looks right now. I know it looks kind of funny, but once we top coat it, it's going to bring it all together. So let's go ahead and take our smudge free. Like so. And look at that. It just brings it all together into one nice little cohesive design. Okay. And then we're going to go in on our final nail. Lots of layering on this one. And we're going to go in with Lily Pad, just like we did before. So, I think that I really show up a little bit. Same image as before with Lily Pad. Nice little hill of grass. And we're going to do the same thing, just a little lower on the nail. Not quite so high up. Okay. So. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and get our reverse stamping out of the way here. Straight up black, and we're going to do The Hunt Is On, and I'll show you this image in just a second. Let me open this bottle. Okay, so this image right here, The Hunt Is On, and it's an egg for the O. A nice little lovely Easter egg. Scrape. And pick up the excess images that we do not want. Off of my finger. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I did not want to come off my finger at all. It was a bad angle. And I used the LA Colors white and the Kiss pink. And I just alternated the pink and the white across the egg. Okay, like so. Sorry guys. This is what it looks like. Let's set that aside. Okay, so now we need Bam White. I do believe that's the last of straight up black that we need. And we're going to need this solid egg image. And we're going to go in with the Bam White. take that last little bit off. There we go. And then we're going to center it just about here, guys. I'm going to do that again because it wasn't bright enough last time, and that one also is missing part of the image, and I don't feel like going with the detail brush. So, and a large chunk of that image is not going to be visible by the time we're done. Just a very small percentage of it is. So this will also help. Go over it again. There we go. That's more opaque. Okay, so we're going to go in with the fresh cotton ball. It's time to refill the jar. It's starting to get kind of low again. Let's go get my bag of cotton balls. Of course. And Bam White is such a pain to clean off. So we're going to go in with these little egg stripes right here with Blossom, which is B466. Take and we're going to layer that over the white like so. You have a nice little Easter egg. And then we're going to go in with Bam White on that same solid egg image that we used before. And we're going to go slightly cockeyed to the side and overlapping, like so. I am gonna double up on the white. That was something I didn't do before, and I should have. I feel like these would have stood out better if I had, because they did not stand out well in the basket. I'm gonna do it again. So it'll look like this. And then we're gonna go in with the polka dot image and Flourish B467. We're going to layer it right over the egg image, like so. Okay. And let's clean the plate, and we're going to go one last time with the eggs. There's 3 eggs in the basket. Ooh, that one picked up beautifully. Alright. And this one's going to be slightly more cockeyed than the other ones. Do it again. Layer over that again to give it better opacity. And then we're going to go in with Zinnia. On this speckled image. Use Zinnia B422. And we're going to layer that. Ooh, sorry guys. Did not mean to hit the stand with the polish. Makes me cringe whenever I hear that metal clang. And then we're going to layer that over that last egg image, like so. Focus. Get it to focus. Okay, so it'll look like this when it's done. And then we're going to get our basket image going. Alright, fresh cotton ball. So we're going to do some more reverse stamping, and this time we're going to get acorn, and we're going to do both halves of the basket separate from each other. Let I add. Pick up. So we have, oh, I have painted myself. Okay, so all we needed acorn for was the outline of the basket. And we're going to clean our plate. Now we're going to set that aside. So this is where we use cocoa. We fill in the basket with cocoa, both the basket and its handle. Okay, let's get this mess that's interfering with our visual while filling these in. So we're going to go in with cocoa. I'm just going to very gently float it over the image to fill it in. So once I add the basket, that is going to be the true test of whether or not doubling up on the white made a difference or not in the visual of the eggs. I hate that I'm a mouth breather right now. This stupid sinus infection. So it'll look like this. Go in on the handle. Okay, and that's all we used cocoa for. Alright, now I'm going to bring our messy Bessie paper towel back over here. I'm going to clean my detail brush. back. And I'll line the basket up over the eggs, like so. Okay, and then we're going to get the basket top. And line that up over, like so. And now I'm going to put some sticky base at the top. But not extending over the entire nail, just the top part. For the Hunt is on stump. And that should be the last time you need sticky base, theoretically. Okay. So let that get all tacky. And line it up in the center, like so. And now we are going to go in with this grass image with Limelight. Okay, it's just the angle I was looking at. I was like, wait, did it wrinkle? It's just the angle I was looking at it. It's like, no, I messed it up. I wrinkled it somehow. It would not be my first time. It would not be my first time. I'm not particularly known for my patience with polish. Okay. And just like before, we're going to clean off that tuft. So we don't want the tuft that is sitting there. Okay. And then we're going to take the tall grass off to the side of the basket, like so. Go across the bottom. And then we're going to do some tall grass off to the other side, across the bottom, and a little bit across the front. I didn't do it across the front of the other one. Oh, cool. I should have. It looks better that way. I should have. It looks a lot better that way. Oh well. Lesson learned. Right? I like it better that way. I don't feel like I added. Yeah, it's better that way. Oh well. Right? Missed opportunity. Being tired. Missed opportunity. It happens. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the one with the grass over the edge of the basket in the front as well as the sides, or do you like it better with just at the sides? Let me know in the comments down below. We went slightly altering on this one. I apologize, guys. I think what it was that when I was originally designing it last night, that's what I was thinking about doing. But then when I got to it this morning, I was still too groggy, and I had just taken my medications, and it was just kicking in, and it was not, my brain was not fully there. Let's be honest, my brain was not fully there. But now that I'm recovered a little bit from all the medicines this morning, it's coming back to me, I guess. Alright, so give that a second and clean up my stuff, then we will do our final top coat and our reveal. Our close-up shots, so to speak. And since I don't edit my videos, you get the actual non-edited video form of close-up shots without music and all of that good stuff, without all the extra frills. There's no extra frills with me. You get what you get kind of thing. I don't have the time or energy for extra frills. Okay. Be sure to clean all of your tools when you are done. That is an important thing. Helps keep you in a good mental state for manis as well. If you're not having to clean your tools the second you bring them out just to do a mani and it's all ready and prepared, and if you clean up when you're done, you don't have to worry about it. Gives you more incentive, makes it more enticing. Side. Okay. I need to refill my pump bottle too. Dang. I'm slacking, guys. I'm slacking on refills. So I'm going to go in with the Seche Vite's Quick Dry Top Coat. Helps smooth things out a little bit, as well as give it a nice cohesive glossy shine. And dang, why does my thumbnails have to be so freaking big? I have some big thumbs. For such a short person, I have some really big thumbs. And yes, I am not very tall. My 8-year-old is rapidly catching up to me in height. I am a whole foot shorter than my husband. And my husband's pretty dang tall. He is 6'3", and I am just under 5'4". Like, he is, and I think he's close to 6'4". His brother's 6'5". But to be fair, both of his parents were over 6 foot tall, so like I unknowingly entered a family of giants as a borderline tiny person myself. You know, I'm not quite dwarf level, but I am not very tall. I am very short. I think my 5-year-old's going to be absolutely massive, though, because he's not too far behind his brother in height. And he just keeps inching closer and closer to his brother in height. They're both going to be really tall, though. I can already see it now. They're both going to be huge. Okay. So this is our end result, guys. And that is so cute. And like I said, you can change the design of what you put on these two and instantly make it. You can use like the grass design that I've got here, but instead of Easter kitty in an Easter basket and the words, you could do something like butterflies and flowers and have a nice spring mani as well. So this layout and everything could work well for either direction. And it would be easy to change out if you're wearing this, especially if you're wearing this on your natural nails. You could just literally just change out these two fingers right after Easter and use those two colors and just do something like flowers and butterflies and stuff and instantly have yourself a nice, pretty spring mani. Especially with this month's MXM box, which is dragonflies and butterflies. It would make it very easy to do that if you've already, if you've gotten a subscription box and you're part of that community of Maniology subscribers. So it'd make, for those of you who are, it makes that a lot easier, even. So, yeah, no, that's all I did, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And my battery is close to dying on my camera, guys. So we're going to make this quick. I don't have any mani plans, and I may or may not have a bonus video. I will at the very least have a picture on Instagram and Facebook for a birthday mani this month, because this month is my birthday month. And I tend to treat myself with a design close to my birthday that is something that's kind of just for me, my theme, things that I like. So depending on how simple it is, if it's something super simple that's mostly stickers or something like that, like I did with one bat mani, it'll just be a picture on Facebook and Instagram. I won't do a video. But if it's something a little bit more intricate, I will do a video for you guys as a bonus video. And if you guys, I'll show you guys last year's real quick. Okay, because it popped up on my feed as a reminder of what I had done last year. Or in previous years, I should say. See if I can find it. I have a lot. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of manis. So many. There's some really good ones. I really need to redo some of these. Not gonna lie, I need to redo some of these. I don't know, how many years ago was it? Quite a few by the looks of it. I gotta be getting close, right? Theoretically. Because it was before Kyle. Yep, there it is. So this is the mani I did quite a few years ago, I guess. It wasn't last year, it was quite a few years ago. And it was a nice purple chrome French mani with color change base and a skull and roses. Let's see if I can actually get it to zoom in a little bit. And it had crystals accenting the nails. So yeah, no, that was the mani that Facebook decided to remind me on that I had done that for around my birthday. And I really enjoyed that one a lot. And I thought about, because I do still have all of those colors and everything, I thought about redoing it, but with the length I've got now, and doing that mani. Don't mind my tore up cuticles. I didn't fill them because I'm sick and shaky. When I was filing, I got myself a couple times. I nicked myself a few times because I was shaky from medications and being sick. So don't mind my poor little tore up cuticles. So, as stated, I think that's probably the only thing I will do if I have a bonus is a birthday mani. But I don't have anything else planned currently. I've already announced current plans and everything. So I do believe that is it, guys. And thank you all for watching. I hope you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be, wherever you are at while you were watching this video. And thank you all for watching. Until next time, guys. Bye.